Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the.
They still do that anyway.
I just want to make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got the 1st down yardage.
I want to put it up.
Yeah, that's all you try to do, bro. Everything deep.
Deep, deep, and deeper. He throw it deep, deep, and deeper. Oh, yeah, them little slants. Yeah, them little slants and shit.
Being taken down at midfield. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Here we go now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Yeah, we hear you.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw from his end zone. Baxter. He's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Finds a seam inside the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Right side complete to Butler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, that was a good try. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Close the door.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On first down, Baxter. Allen has it, left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Baxter. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ohio!
Throwing on first down, Baxter. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop in 8, where are you going to go with the football?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Baxter into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go now.
No. No, lay down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And
close the door.
Out, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Gay ass interception, man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
It's the water, man.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He knocks him back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he worked on defenses, those exact type of runs.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll come out in the pistol. 319. Again to Elliott. He juked it, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Some water, like you said.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Baxter. And this is going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They start on the ground with Elliott. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
No, he did not,
Some
sir.
space up to about the 25. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Something going over there. I was about to say something going on.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Shit, I think I bought mine after 2012.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Oh, you got the old Darth Vader joint.
Shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check, Patriot! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Right here.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
So, do the franchise years they go as long as you want them to, or they stop after a certain time, like the game just
back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Like 15, 14.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Oh!
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Baxter. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes it to the
young boy gave me his first round pick. Gave me his first round pick for this year and next year.
On 1st and 10, Baxter.
I don't know, the new dude, little high school kid that they let him leave.
12 more yards
I gave him
I know most of the time
a linebacker, I think, or an end or something, I forget.
But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I sent him that.
Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't know. He like a little kid. Yeah, the Chargers. Yeah. That's gonna help me out a whole lot.
Looking to throw on second down. Baxter completes it right side to Cooper. And he's got this down to the 30.
Oh, I'm rebuilding from the bottom. From the bottom.
15 yards and the sticks move.
Oh, I done got rid of every old nigga on my team. I'm going all young.
What they play man coverage against you.
They trash.
He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers
shoot, there ain't nothing for me to give. I done gave away all my old players that had anything in them. Everybody young. Except for my quarterback and my I think one of my running backs. I got some builders though. Call me Bob the Builder.
First down, Baxter. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. A couple
all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's cool. I got some young bulls on my team already that's ready to be built, and I got these draft picks for the next 2 years, and we gonna build. And you know what I mean? It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Baxter. He's gonna launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Shrugs him off. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I hate that shit.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Good fucking first.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Huh?
12 yards there as they move the chains.
You got a first-round pick? What's your team?
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They are not trying to give me this damn fumble so I can finish this secret challenge, man. This is a bullshit.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there.
I'll look at it after I finish this challenge.
It's 3rd and 2 now.
Come on, man. Give me my fumble.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
Who y'all got in the Super Bowl tomorrow, man?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Rams too, man.
You can root for them, bro, but I don't think
Vikings
they're going
offense
to
now heading out to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
The Eagles.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
They're not trying to give me this damn, this like the third time they done got a fumble and they done got it back. I need this damn fumble so I can finish this challenge, man. I wonder if the password is the same. I think it is.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Watch twist! Watch twist! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 3rd and 2. Baxter.
Get that out of there.
Couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things
I know.
started.
You see how I just fling hell across the field and shit?
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
They're going to try and throw.
Get that out of there, man. You playing D out here.
Decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go to Elliott again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is indeed good, and the lead extends. It's 15-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here. Because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Baxter. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They play that man, boy.
Allen, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Baxter.
Oh, he caught it!
And he has it. What a catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Oh,
and the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive.
Got that one through.
3rd down.
I don't know how he got that one through, but he got that one through.
A 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Throwing on 1st down. Baxter. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Baxter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. On 1st down, Baxter. And they can't bring it.
That was a pick. That was a pick. He got a crazy-ass animation right there.
In for the score. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I think if you pulled defensive backs,
he got a crazy-ass motherfucking animation.
Take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Get the fuck out of here.
Really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
So out now come the Lions. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watching that Barney.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he spins past him and into space. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watching that Barney.
Right back to him on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The give is to Elliott. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
319! 319! No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah,
I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
955! From the gun, Baxter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
So he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left.
Oh, come on, man.
Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A road win in the next.